Hi guys, welcome to our YouTube channel. My name is Dr. Rich.
And it's your boy Rob Mo.
Yes, and today we'll be discussing forgiveness. So in our lives, we all deal with hurt, we deal with pain, we deal with being hurt by others, dealing with different situations, and it's not always easy to forgive, you know. Sometimes I struggle to forgive, and it's like,
I always do. You
know, it's like hard. And so in this video, we want to just discuss some tips on how to forgive, because as Christians, God does command us to forgive others.
Yes.
And the process can be a long one. So we just want to discuss some things to hopefully help you in your life, hopefully help ourselves as well, and just help us all live better lives for God, for each other, and just to make this world a better place.
And forgiveness, it can be over the smallest things or the biggest things, but remember, it's always a process.
Yeah, because you know, like, it may be easier to forgive if someone has an attitude with you, or someone's being petty. It may be hard to forgive if someone starts a bad rumor about you. Or if they're talking about you behind your back for no reason, whether that's professionally or personally, or, you know, people saying mean things online. It can be so many things that that may be a little bit harder to forgive. And then we go into even deeper things where people are hurting you or hurting your family in some type of way. And that can be even harder to forgive. So we just want to give some tips to hopefully help everyone, no matter what spectrum you're on, whether it's the smaller things or the larger things, to hopefully help you in your life, to encourage you not to give up, to keep going, to keep trusting God, to help you through this process.
So sit back, relax, and let's let God roll. And
yes, and this video will be 2 parts. So the first, we'll give 5 tips in the first video and 5 tips in the second video. So we're going to go ahead and jump into it. Number 1, let's talk about what forgiveness is and what it's not. Yes. Number 1, forgiveness is when you forgive someone or some people for a grievance that they did against you or towards you. So that's what forgiveness is. What it's not, it doesn't mean that you have to have that person in your life, continue to keep them there. It doesn't mean that you have to keep having a relationship with that person. It doesn't mean that you have to see that person and say, I forgive you, in order to have that forgiveness take place either.
All right, fake friendships. You know what I'm saying? You know how some of us feel like, well, I forgave this person, so now I have to be their fake friend, and so everybody can know that we're okay.
Yeah, but no.
That's not forgiveness at all.
No. Forgiveness is not about that at all. It's about making sure that you have a heart that is for God. You're not harboring hate, bitterness, hatred, negativity towards that person in your life. And you truly can just look at them and be like, you know what? I'm going to pray for you. I'm going to love you in spite of yourself. And I'm going to serve God and keep him number 1, because I know that he has my back. Even if you didn't, you know, or, you know, you try, what you meant for evil, God meant for good. You know what I mean? So
number 2, learn from the situation and that person. No, we know there's going to be various things that you're going to be going through. So when things happen with you, with a situation or with a person, no, you go ahead and let that go. Now, we know that it is a process. And we know that it may not take a day, it may not take a couple years, it may take time.
Sometimes it can take a couple of weeks. Sometimes it can take up to like 15 years, 20 years, 30 years. We don't know. But as long as you're working towards it, that's what it's about. Because don't be too hard on yourself. Don't be too hard on that person, y'all. We're all imperfect people. I know I've made mistakes. I know I've done things that I've had to apologize for. I know I've said things that I've had to apologize for. And just like I want that same grace given to me, that same mercy shown to me, when I have to apologize and ask for forgiveness, I have to make sure that in my life I'm doing that for others, you know. And whether it's going through a breakup, whether it's dealing with a divorce, you know, especially a divorce that you didn't want, or dealing with someone violating you or violating your family member, like, those are hard things to forgive. And we get that. And sometimes that damage is way more than just a couple of weeks, a couple of prayers, a couple of Bible studies. No, that can take years to heal. And even if you need to get professional help, we definitely recommend that. Whether it's professionally talking to someone that's a doctor, or maybe talking to a Christian counselor, whoever that you feel safe and you can trust, definitely seek out those things and seek out that help that you need to work towards this forgiveness.
Yes, and the biggest thing is, like I'm saying, you want to learn from whatever whatever you're going through. You know, if it's a situation that, you know, you're going through a breakup, no, take that time to, you know, sit back and say, no, what can I do to be better in the next relationship, so that hopefully when it does present itself again, you can go through it even with a better experience. Or if it's with a person that may be a family member that you may not get along with, just make sure that, you know, whatever you're dealing with forgiveness, that you're learning from it, and you can say, okay, look, know what? When it presents itself again, that I'm going to be even better next time.
I like that, and I think that's so true, because I think sometimes the self-reflection, what Ryan's talking about, is what we have to do. Sometimes we have to get alone and look at ourselves and say, well, what did I do in this situation? What did I do in this relationship? And sometimes you didn't do anything. Let's get that straight too. Sometimes it's not your fault, and sometimes it is that person or people, and it's their fault. But when we take an honest look in the mirror at ourselves, and we're able to, because I know sometimes when I get upset about something or someone did, and I have to like be like, wait, Richland, take a step back and look, like, what is making you so upset about this situation? And you have to truly be honest with yourself, and be like, okay, well, maybe I could have done that better, or maybe I could have said this instead of that. And it's so many little things that sometimes I've had to self-reflect on that I was doing, and I didn't realize I was doing it, and that was also contributing to that person having us having tension in the relationship, or having tension in the interaction. And so sometimes that has to take place in order for us to also move towards forgiveness. And it's a growth. That's what we're trying to say. Learn from it. Like
about in this whole situation, I remember our father used to always say, Rylan, you can't change anybody besides yourself. So with that being said, if I can only change myself, then I need to continuously do self-reflections and say, okay, you know what, if this didn't work out in my favor this time, then what do I need to do to be better? You know what I'm saying? And like you're saying, Dr. Rich, it could be a situation where I could have handled a conversation better. I could have held back maybe on how my body language was, or how I looked, and that right there turn the spectrum as far as the situation. So that's just something that we want y'all to think about. You learn from whatever you're going through. Life, you should be learning on a daily basis anyway. So make sure that you're learning from your experiences and from people that you deal with. Yes,
there are. That's so true. And be patient with yourself. Be patient with others also. Like, none of us are perfect, y'all. And that's the only person that walked this earth that was perfect was Jesus. And be patient with yourself. If you're like, if something is going on in your life right now, don't be like, man, I should have did this, or man, I should have did that. Chill out. Do better the next time. Learn from it. Grow. And just allow life to happen, and realize that it's a part of life. Like, we all have to get through those hurdles of forgiving, loving those people who are difficult to love, forgiving those people who've hurt us, and it's trusting God to get you through it.
And to stay in that same vein, the next tip would be, forgiveness, it doesn't happen overnight. It is a process. So, like you're saying, Dr. Rich, patience is key. You know what I'm saying? Reading your Bible, praying about it, and allowing God to add the increase. But like we're telling you, you learn from it. Then you give yourself time. Give yourself time, and like Dr. Rich saying, it may take longer than a day. It may take longer than 2 weeks. It may take longer than a few months. But you give yourself time to truly get over, or understand the situation, understand what you can do to be better, and then you go back to the situation and to that person or whatever is going on with a better mindset, with an open mindset, with a prayed up mindset, and then now allow God to add the increase and allow Him to work in the situation.
I love that. And then just the final point they want to say is, don't sweep it under the rug. I feel like so many people, you can just keep sweeping things under the rug, and it just keeps building and building and building until eventually, it explodes. And so we don't want people walking around just popping off on people or exploding.
What you say? Like, oh, man.
Why you looking at me like that? Why you looking at me like that? Right? My bad, brother. We don't need those type of problems. So you want to make sure you don't sweep it under the rug. If you're feeling hurt, if you're feeling pain, if you're feeling sadness, deal with those emotions. Get a journal. Write it out. Write it down. Pray about it. Prayer is so important, y'all. In my own life, I see every day how God works through my life through prayer. Just praying about situations. Pray about everything. If you like, God, this person hurt my feelings. I don't know why I'm dealing with this, but my feelings are hurt. They did this to me. God, help me get through it. God, show me what I need to learn from this situation. Show me how to interact with this person. Show me if I need to remove this person from my life.
Amen.
Pray about every little thing that you're going through, and let God into the situation, because when He's in it, y'all, it's nothing that He can't do, and it's nothing that He can't fix. Even if it's to just help your heart be better, help your heart change. Because I know we've heard so many scenarios about people dealing with pain and hurt and forgiveness, whether it's a relationship, someone leaving a marriage for no reason, or someone hurting a family member,
or take somebody's life.
Yeah, take somebody's life. Yeah,
from somebody. From a family?
Yeah, from a family. Or even someone taking your freedom. People going to jail for no reason. Yes. And you having to get out and face the officer who put you there. Like, and still able to forgive that person. Like, those are some hard things to forgive. And we understand that in life. So don't beat yourself up about certain things. Allow God into the situation, because God can change your heart. And anything, even if people meant it for evil, God can turn any situation for good. Yep. And for your good. Go ahead, Ralph.
No, and I just want to say this. You know, I know me as a male, sometimes I do sweep my feelings underneath the rug. Yeah. And I kind of say, you know what I'm saying? No, I'm a man. I'm not going to deal with it. I ain't going to cry. You're a man, don't cry. Understand that, man. One thing I know, one of my goals for 2019 is to, recognize and to, let people know when I'm hurt. Let people know, let myself know when, you know what, I didn't like that. You know what, Ryland, I need to actually state that, I didn't really like how that went down. And then allow me to feel or truly understand my feelings. Yeah. And that's okay, because guess what? If you don't truly understand your feelings, you may find yourself, like Dr. Rich say, popping off for no reason, you know what I'm saying?
And you don't know why.
And you just like, people don't know why. Yeah. And you may not know why, but then you go back and you're like, man, you know what? I never recognized that. And that's the biggest key. Recognize your feelings. Once you can recognize your feelings, then you're able to deal with them. That's and true. Then if you can't deal with them, if you're praying about it and it's still really bothering you, professional help is okay. Yes. It's okay to go find a doctor, find people that's educated educated in that field to talk to them about it. Because when you do that, you're able to hopefully think things through and not sit there and make a bad decision or make a bad choice because you're allowing your feelings or your emotions to take the best of you. That's one thing that we're trying to get you to understand. At the end of the day, forgiveness is a process. But through the process, you keep God first. You allow Him to work at it. And if you can't truly get through it by yourself, there's other people out there that can help you through it. And if you have any questions, you always have us.
Yes. And also, we also want to make sure that even with that, with emotions, like you can't just go around just telling everybody, hey, you did this to me. Hey, you did that to me. You can't do that either. But it's the time and place to do those things. Make sure you do it in a professional way and in the right way too.
Don't be, hey man, I'm going to tell you. Tell me one more time. Hey, I got a bone to pick with you,
bro. You
know
what? You kind of pushed me a little bit when you were walking by. Did you mean something by that? So you can't just walk around just doing that either. But you definitely, it's some time and place. Like, pray about it. Number one, prayer is the key. Let the Holy Spirit guide you. Key. Do not let your emotions guide you in anything. Let the Holy Spirit guide you. So you pray about it like, God, when should I approach this person? When should I say this? How should I say it? So let that happen before you just start approaching people and all that stuff too.
Well, Dr. Rich, I know you said that was the last tip, but I just thought of another tip just to tell y'all. In the same vein is don't let it keep replaying in your mind.
That's it.
Don't let the hurt replay. Because you know what? When it replays in your mind, you be like, you know what?
Hey.
Boy, I'm boiling over. Here I come. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And you don't want to be that person that is on the news talking about the person went ham. No, we don't want that. No. At the end of the day, once don't sweep it. Recognize it. Yeah. Pray about it, and if you can't truly get it out your chest bone, get some help.
Get out your spirit.
Yeah, get it. If you're still sizzling in your spirit, then get the help you need. Yeah, and then
to move forward.
Then you have to let it go.
Yeah, and sometimes it's okay to cry through it. It's okay to deal with those emotions. It's okay to spend time alone, not to.
We both had those times.
Yeah, we have, and not just to isolate yourself. We're not saying isolate yourself, but sometimes it's good just to get alone with God, just you and Him. You write it out, you talk it out with God, and read your Bible. Man, those are some of the best sessions of my life.
Listen, war room.
War room. That's the best session of my life. Like when you just sit down and you like, God, I feel this way, I feel that way. This person hurt me, this person hurt me. I felt if you just get it all out and you hand your burdens over to God. Everything. Listen, like you can talk to Him about anything, y'all. Anything. And it just has to be between you and Him. Now, mind you, if it's something like that's a little bit past the scope of just you and Him, and you need to go professionally, definitely do that.
Hey, find it.
Find the professional help that you need. But take it to God first. Don't let don't harbor that hate, that bitterness, anger towards people. Yes, at first you may feel those emotions.
Oh yeah.
Because
we all do. We all do.
We all do. We all feel those emotions.
Be angry.
But we
mad,
can't stay there.
Hungry.
That's just a human human experience, right? And even on the blog, I've been talking about King David and Saul. Yes. And it was so many times. I definitely encourage you to go over and read the different devotionals that's on King David. But specifically talking about him and Saul and how he was on the run for Saul for so many years before he actually took the throne. And to see how Saul tried to kill him multiple times, had him on the run for his life, had him leave his family, his home. He was, there's ducking and dodging Saul and his hate and his jealousy. And the biggest thing what I just wrote about this past week was about how Saul passed away, Saul died, and David actually wrote a song in honor of Saul and his son Jonathan. But Jonathan and David, they were like best friends. That was David's guy. But Saul, not so much. And to know that Saul viewed David as such an enemy, but David didn't really view Saul as an enemy. And David said only good things about him in his death and his passing. And actually had the other people in the tribe of Judah to learn this song about everything good that Saul did. So to me, that was just like, that spoke volumes to my life, to know that this person was trying to kill you, had you on the run, didn't want to give up the throne, all these things that he did to your life to make it miserable. And he was still able to honor him in his death. He could have said anything at that point. Saul was dead, but David chose to do the right thing. He chose to do what was good, and he repaid evil for good. But that's so peace. I think that's peace from God. That's peace from God. Yeah, that's peace beyond all type of understanding. Now, I know for a simple fact, I can't stand when somebody, smack too loud in my ear. And I'm looking like, hey, brother, somebody need to learn, you gotta chew. Because if you don't, I will, Stop. And that's the thing about it. But that's peace. When somebody's chasing you, basically your entire life. Basically. Yeah. And you still, at the end of that, when they're dead, you know what I'm saying? You made a song. Stop it. Yeah. To honor him. What? He remembered all the good things that Saul did. He chose to focus on that. Listen, I just want to say, the song that I will be singing, Hit the Road, Jack. And don't you come back. No more, no more, no more. If that was me. But you know what? God's still working on me. Me too. God said, be patient. You so serious. You know what I'm saying? But that is so true though. So to know that David chose to repay that evil that Saul did with good, that lets us know that we can get there too. But it was that spiritual growth. Yeah. You know, that time, those years that he was on the run, God was working through David. Working and building him to be that king and that great leader that he was. But David knew who he had to lean on. That's it. Listen, and it wasn't Morgan Freeman. Lean on God. You understand me? Lean on God. I won't say lean on me, but I may fall. Lean on God. You understand? He's so silly, like the movie. That's like Morgan Freeman. You are silly. I love it though. But that's true. So lean on God, y'all, and hopefully that will encourage you. We're gonna go ahead and end the video here. Definitely check out part 2. We love you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to our channel, share it with your friends. We'll see you on the next video. Love you guys. Bye. Peace.